Salutations, YouTube. Friar Chuck here, and I am back with the next episode of Red Sox franchise. It is the start of season two. Just concluded the off season, uh, which overall, um, well, get into that in a second. If you didn't watch last episode, go watch it first, and then we'll get into that. So I'll give you a few seconds to click off this. Go to that. Okay, so overall, I was a little disappointed in our off season. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It wasn't quite what I was hoping for. Um, we brought back Walker Bueller. I don't know if that's gonna be. I don't know how helpful he's gonna be, but he is here. Um, he got better from last season, but he still is just a 74 overall. We didn't really solidify what the rest of our rotation looks like. Obviously, Cutter Crawford was very good last year. Um, he was 11-10 with a 2.60 ERA, so the ERA fantastic. 131 strikeouts, which was a considerable bit lower than what he had the year before, but his ERA went way down, so big improvements out of him. Tanner Hawk was 9-8 with a 3.41 ERA and 123 strikeouts. So strikeout numbers down for both of them. Despite the Hawk actually had a 2/3 of an inning more. His ERA was actually a little bit higher too. Um, but still good numbers. If we can get three guys under a 3.5 ERA, I would say that's good. And we've got two of them, and Crawford obviously was under three. And then, of course, we have our ace, Garrett Crochet, who unfortunately was not available for us in the playoffs due to an injury that he suffered, but he did, of course, win the Cy Young Award with a 17-4 ERA, 17-4 record, a 2.11 ERA, and 175 strikeouts. So strikeout numbers were down across the board for all three of our top pitchers. Um, Crochet felt the effects of being on a good team immediately. His record greatly reflects that. His ERA was a lot better, and he instantly gets out of Chicago, and he is a Cy Young winner. So we're hoping to build on that. He's an 89 overall, so we'll see how he keeps improving. He is only 26 years old, so he is just entering his prime, and to get a Cy Young at that age is very nice. Um, Now, as far as the rest of the rotation goes, we've got some decisions to make. Reed Detmers, Garrett Whitlock, Walker Bueller, Herman Marquez, and Brian Bello are competing for the last two spots. Reed Detmers had a good playoffs, and he got better once we brought him in. Um, he wasn't very good for the Angels last year, and as you can see, he really has not been great over his career. We traded for him at the trade deadline last year, as we got out of the Lucas Giolito contract. And it did help. He was good in the playoffs. As you can see, he does only have C potential, but he does represent our only other lefty option for the rotation, as Marquez, Bello, Bueller, and Whitlock are all righties. Um, so I think he will probably get a place in the rotation, but I'm not sure. Garrett Whitlock, we called him up late at the end of the year. You can see he only started 10 games, and I don't think he came up till after Garrett Crochet got hurt, and so that could be where that is. But he did have a pretty decent ERA. He got shelled a little bit in the playoffs, but it happens. We're still a pretty young team, so the playoff success I hope will come. Um, and I do kind of see Whitlock as he will probably be on the team regardless, but he may move into a reliever role. Because if you look at the stamina, actually Crochet's stamina is not great either, but I actually think he's a converted reliever as well. But Whitlock's stamina is at a 56, so he's pretty low in that regard, so he may end up becoming a reliever. Then Walker Bueller, who started 11 games last year, appeared in 23, actually got one save and one hold, ERA under 4, and he was going to be our X factor going into the playoffs, and he got hurt. he pitched. I think he got an inning. We got an inning out of him, or not even an inning. I think we got an out of him, and then he unfortunately suffered an injury, and that was kind of that. Um, so we didn't really get to see him again because the game he was going to pitch was what would have been game 4, but I forgot that the DS is a 5-game series, not a 7-game series. Buehler's also 31. Whitlock is 29, so Whitlock has got the age going for him. German Marquez, we picked up in free agency for a pretty cheap, a little under $9 million. But I was kind of curious to see what he could do outside of the confines of Coors. You can see the numbers aren't great there, but again, he's only ever pitched for Colorado. 4.39, 3.77, 4.76, 3.75, 4.4, 4.95, 4.95, and then 4.23 last year. So actually had his best year last year. Strikeout numbers, I think in general, are just down. But I was kind of interested to see what he could bring to the table. At the very least, he can come in during spring training, see what happens, and maybe we move him to the minors. Brayan Bello he hasn't been great for Boston. Last year he started 32 games, 30 the year before, 28 the year before that. So he's had 3 full years of service, and in those years he has gotten progressively worse in terms of ERA. I know ERA isn't the only thing that matters, but he did get 11 quality stars under his belt. He hit 11 people in 2024. Damn, okay. He did go down in his walks per 9. Ks per 9 were down. Home runs per 9 is up. I don't know what that means, honestly. Component ERA, I'm not sure about that either. I want Bello to be the third part of this to be a part of the rotation long term, because he is 26, Detmers is 26, Crochet is 26. If we could get those 3 guys to all develop together, that would be great. I just don't know that Bello's going to make it, especially because we also have Luis Rodriguez, whose stamina is off the charts. Walks per 9 is really pretty good for an 18-year-old. And he will be in AAA this season. I don't expect him to make his debut unless something happens. But I think we've got enough guys, because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 starters right now. They're on the major 9. Perales won't be there long. Neither will Penrod. But they're there. As for our bullpen, we completely remade it. There are, let's see, Slayton was here last year. Sewald was here last year. Bernardino was here. Winkowski was here. Weiser was here. Those are the guys that are on the major league roster right now that were here last year. These last 3 guys may not even make it this year. It could be because Moreta we picked up in the Rule 5 draft. I thought for a 77 overall reliever, that was a good move to use on the Rule 5 draft. Didn't pitch at all last year, so I don't know how he's going to do. But we will definitely see, and hopefully he turns into a nice addition for us. Justin Slayton was a closer for us at the end of the year last year. He did blow 7 saves, so he's out on that role. But I do think he's still going to be a quality reliever. Kittredge was kind of not a panic signing, but like, hey, I need a guy. Sewald was pretty much panic signing, and he needed some guys with decent overalls in, but he was not very good. And I am perfectly comfortable moving him off of the major league team if he continues to struggle. Adams was here last year, did not pitch, and he will probably make the team this year. Harvey was a guy we picked up in free agency. He was, we were actually approached by his agent about giving him an offer. He was very interested in joining the team, so I said, yeah, sure, why not? And he agreed to join. Sewald was actually the same way, so he went with that. As for the rest of our bullpen guys, we did trade for Matt Brash at the end of the last year. He is the He is the Mariners' other closer. You could see 0 saves, 7 blown saves, but 28 holds last year. ERA was a little high, but that's not a. I don't really value that in relievers, and neither should you. He's 27. And again, Andres Munoz they've already got as their longer term guy. We ended up trading Quinn Priester and something else, which I thought was a fair deal. Basically, he's coming from being their main setup man to our closer, so he didn't even have as much value as a normal closer would have. And we gave them the guy who was our top pitching prospect until last year. I think he was our number 2. We also picked up Alex Lang in the Rule 5 draft. That again was okay. He's a solid closer. Didn't pitch last year for some reason, or it didn't pitch in the majors anyway. Which is why he was part of the Rule 5 draft. But I decided to pick him up in 2023. He did save 26 games for the Tigers. The Tigers, of course, team that knocked us out. Kenley Jansen's agent also approached us about rejoining the Red Sox. He was here in 24 and 23 and was their main closer. Of course, he has in the past been a very, very good closer. See 44 saves there, 47 saves in 2016, 33 in 2019, 38 that year, 38 in 2021. He's been around a while. He's 38 years old. He's probably assuming that this is going to be his last team. 2-time reliever of the year, 4-time All-Star. So I would like for him to make the team just because I think it'd be a nice storyline. So we've got a lot of pitchers on the roster right now, and I don't know how many will make the team. Kelly won't. These bottom 3 guys probably won't, but it still gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 relievers. Plus, I've got 8 starters. So Bello honestly may find his way down to AAA. And we did re-sign him to a pretty big deal, so that's kind of unfortunate. But we'll see what happens. As far as the rest of our roster, it didn't really change. Connor Wong's still here. Ethan Salas is going to start in AAA. He is not ready, although he is almost surpassed Blake Sabol. But Sabol is still a better offensive option. Fielding wise, Salas is better than Wong and Sabol both. Tristan Casas is still at first base. We have got Alex Bregman, Romy Gonzalez, and we will see the debut of Christian Campbell. Debut used loosely. He did pitch, or he did appear, I think, last year some. 2025, yes. So he appeared in 4 games, got 2 hits, has registered his first major league hits, extra base hit, and RBIs. So that's good. That pressure's kind of off of him. Devers, Abraham Toro still here. Shortstop David Hamilton is back healthy now. He will be our starting shortstop, at least for now. There is a chance Marcelo Mayer ends up surpassing him. Duran and Yoshida still here. Rafaela here. Roman Anthony will also be making the team, so we will get to see him for the first time in the series. And Wilyer Abreu is also here. So that's kind of how the roster is going to shake up, I imagine. Really, all the spring training is going to do is tell us who. Come up here, so good. Come on. Is going to tell us how our pitching rotation is going to unfold. And honestly, I kind of want to take Crochet, Crawford, and Hawk out of the rotation because we know they're going to be in it, and just let these guys kind of sort it out amongst themselves. Oh, and the thing about Rule 5 players is that the Rule 5 players have to be on the team all year. Perales is a. So Lang and Moretta will make the roster regardless, but yeah, I think that's fine for spring training. We just got to remember to change that. I don't want this to. I don't want to be prompted in spring training. Okay, fine. You know what? Let's go ahead and make the roster that I plan on using anyway. So, um, something to this nature, I think. Um, Kind of sucks moving Yoshida out of the lineup, but like fielding wise, does this make me better? Yeah, technically. Get Bregman back into his normal position. Christian Campbell actually can't play. But Alex Bregman can. So that I think is what we're gonna do for left-handed batters because David Hamilton is not good against lefties. Yeah, that'll work. So Yoshida is still getting some play here. Obviously, he's a lot better against righties, so maybe I just say screw it and. It's not like I'm super committed to Yoshida. It's just that he had a really good year last year, so I'd like to get him some playing time. But I don't want him out in the field. So 46 fielding is real rough. I would like to have at least some defensive identity. Okay, we'll do that. That's fine. Sim spring training. I definitely told them to not do this. Maybe I didn't. And yeah, we will look at the stats for our pitchers. We do go 19-9, which that tells me a lot about our pitchers. The best record in the Grapefruit League. So that is very, very good information. Let's look at statistics. We will go over the pitcher statistics, but okay, Garrett Whitlock, very good in spring training. Congratulations, sir. You have earned a spot in the regular season rotation. 5-0 with a 2.30 ERA and a WHIP of 1.35. That's excellent. Love to see that. Herman Marquez, 4-1 with a 3.51 ERA. So not Coors Field is doing him well. Good seeing. Did walk a lot of people. Walker Bueller, unfortunately, you are yeah, you're kind of out there, my guy. 7.20 ERA is not looking good on you. Brain Bella was okay. Reed Detmers walked 16 people. 16 people. Yeah, I should say his walks per nine should go down. Struck out 24. His walks per strikeout ratio is very strange. Brain Bello did have a really good strikeout to walk ratio. And Detmers was good. He just walked a ton of people. 28 innings, he walked 16 people. Whip is at a 1.32, which is not actually, it's actually lower than Garrett Whitlock's. Okay. Quality starts, don't figure anybody pitched long enough. Blown saves. Okay, so let's make our rotation based off of that. So Garrett Crochet will start opening day. And then Cutter Crawford and Tanner Houck. And then really, that's the rotation. That's who it should be. That's who earned their spots. Bueller looked bad. Bella looked okay. Marquez looked good. Matt Brash, I'll have to look at his statistics separately, but he looked like he was pretty good. Averaged a strikeout an inning. Harvey seems to be pretty good. Kenley Jansen looking like his young self. Moretta not great, but he's on the. Ooh, well, Weisert's going down anyway. That's okay. We knew that. Kittredge looking good. We just had a good spring overall. So let's go now to the. I want to look at the statistics for our relief pitchers. Weissert is not going to be on the team. Kittredge, yes. ERA 0.45 WHIP. That's in 16 games. That's pretty nice. Didn't get any wins. None of this is going to matter. 5 holds. Only gave up 5 hits. Yeah, Weissert was whew. No runs, no home runs, no hit by pitches, wild pitches. 0.5 WAR. I don't know how they. Harvey with a 13.50 K per 9. Yeah, Harvey was apparently very good. Is this gonna show me the opponent's batting average? This is not pitching stats. These are hitting stats. Okay, well, Kittredge is there. Bernardino's there. Actually, Bernardino's probably. He actually was pretty good, but I don't know that he makes the team. Harvey will be there. Moretta will be there. Slayton will probably be there. Of course, I don't know if he even pitched. I don't know. He didn't. So the only guys that pitched: Weissert, Kittredge, Bernardino, Hart. Let's go sort by innings. Kittredge pitched 15 2/3. He was good. Bernardino was pretty good in 15 1/3. Moretta, 13 innings. He gave up some runs. It's unfortunate. Weissert. Hunter Harvey was good. Oh, okay. No wonder. Everybody else is a closer. Brash got 11 saves in spring training. So I'm very happy with him. His whip is a little high, but that's okay. Kenley Jansen was good. Alex Lang didn't pitch. Alex Lang's biggest benefit is that he has a clutch rating of 94. Brash is that he throws freaking hard. 99 velocity and 99 break is crazy. He hadn't had to be a closer really before, so that's okay. I guess I can look at everybody else's statistics too. It doesn't really matter, but batting average. Marcelo Mayer had himself a hell of a spring. Love to see that. Probably still not starting on the opening day roster, but I'd love to see that. Tristan Casas absolutely mashed. 7 home runs, 17 RBIs. 7 for Devers, 8 for Alex Bregman. Raffaello's getting involved. Where is Roman Anthony? Oof. He wasn't great. Neither was David Hamilton. There's a very real possibility we replace Hamilton with Mayer this season. I'm not going to guarantee it. And Hamilton does have one big benefit that some of these other guys don't. And that is the fact that he has 89 speed and can steal bases. That's very nice to have. But we are going to advanced day. We are in the regular season, so let's look and see who they left on our roster. So starting pitchers, Detmers they actually sent down. I'm not really okay with that. I'm guessing they sent down a reliever that I. Why? Why did you? They waived him. He is my top-rated reliever. Why in the hell did you waive him? Do things more intelligently. I understand if we had too many pitchers, but God, figure it out. Send Bernardino down or release him. They also don't have Christian Campbell on the starting roster. That will change. And Marcelo Mayer is. Okay, I don't think I can change this. Him being. Or is he on the? He's not. It is saying that he's. Okay. Going back. Where did it leave my save at? Start of spring training. Great. That's exactly what I wanted. I think I should be able to set my. We'll just do this on our own. We're gonna go off of this. We're gonna go off of the stats of what we saw, not what this new simulation is. It was very frustrating. We went 18-10, so we were still pretty good. Well, that's not hardly fair. We played 28 games. They only played 26. Anyways, okay, so now we've got to completely. Is there a way I can go into settings and tell them to not do that for me? Mode specific. Manual. Yeah, that's not it. Okay. So I don't know if it's even going to let me do this with. Okay, so these three. Okay, well, maybe if I do it here. I don't think this is going to work, though. Oh, actually, that did. And. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 9. I swear. He was better. bad this time. Bueller was fine. Whitlock was still good. Detmers was good. Did he still walk like 4,000 people? Marquez, I actually cannot. Marquez and Bueller actually cannot option to AAA unless they can sit to it. You, I can. Afraid I'm going to do all of this work and it's going to just not matter in the slightest. It's hard to see because it. I wish it would give you a final screen like, hey, let's make these roster moves. Okay, sure. Okay, that's already safe. Okay, yes. Alright, roster. Good, they didn't do anything stupid. Other than they did send. No, we got Marquez and Bueller down in AAA. That's what I wanted anyway. And then I'm going to call Detmers up. How many pitchers do I have? 13. You can have 14, so I could call Adams up, which I will do. So now we have 27 out of 26. That's still okay. We can make this work. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Campbell can play third and the outfield along with second base. Toro does have some decent position flexibility. I do think we send. I actually didn't check to see. This AAA pitching rotation is gonna go crazy. Bueller, Marquez, Bello, and Luis Rodriguez. That's Peralez. Okay, they did send him down at least. Do I have any goofy ass pitchers that are on the Major League roster that shouldn't be? Two, four, five. And I've only got 5 starting pitchers. It's the relievers. What do you each bring to the table? He throws harder. 70 walks per 9. His is at 40. Now maybe I made the right call. Send him down. I should have just freaking left him there. Okay, 1, 2, first. Abraham Toro. I don't know if I'm going to be able to send him down or not. Yes. Okay. We will do that for now. We are currently viewed as the 12th best team in the majors. Pitching has gone up to 15th. So let's do this and fix our lineup. Detmers, you are in. We will put you here. Brash is the closer. Lang, Moretta. Lang definitely needs to be a setup guy. And then either Slayton or Kenley Jansen. We'll do Slayton for Moretta. You know what this bullpen does not have? Left-handed pitching. Okay, and now let's look at this lineup. We'll get that set, and then in the next episode we will be position am I missing? Third. What line is this? Where's Rafaela playing? He's not. Okay. Actually, against lefties, I'm kind of okay with that. Like, he's an 80 overall player, so I hate taking him out of the lineup. But Anthony is better against lefties than Rafaela is. Okay, I'm okay with that. Ooh, you know what I'm not okay with? Is Masataka Yoshida playing in the field. So we'll just do that. He'll just bat ninth like he did last year. Oh. Hamilton can't freaking hit lefties. So we'll put Bregman at shortstop. Devers will actually play third. And then at DH, we will put Yoshida in. It's probably the best. So now Yoshida actually is getting quite a bit of playing time, but we're still getting Roman Anthony and Christian Campbell in just against lefties. I would like to see Campbell get a more regular start here. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I think this will be fine for our opening day roster, which we'll be taking on the Reds. Shortstop still is viewed as our weakest position, which I agree with. I could have gone after Bo Bichette, and I thought about it, but I was like, eh. Let's see if there's anybody interesting on the waiver. No, not really. That's a name. Okay. Well, after all that fun, that is where we're going to wrap up today's episode. That was the spring training episode, so not the most exciting events, but I didn't really want to try and cram all of that and the first game into one episode. So the next one we will get opening day. We will see. We'll probably see some new faces unless Crochet goes 9 innings, and then everything's off the table there. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one. This is Friar Chuck saying bye bye.